Hello everyone and welcome to the Sporty Show. No, I'm not Sara, I'm Alex Ashmore. To my left, I've got the one and only Shantelle Brown, reporter at Jamaica's biggest reggae festival. She interviewed Michael Ward. Over far side, we've got Angel Onwukwe, who was a sports lawyer at the top of her game, and then ClintonCod, who scored a few goals in Luton in a park somewhere.
Whatever, mate.
How are you guys doing?
You know, I mean, left to me, I would have made you repeat that intro again because, bruh, listen to me. You can't give all of this. I mean,
that was the whole point of it.
No, that wasn't the whole point. That was just some point of it, right? But I'll forgive you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll forgive you.
Well, it's a huge achievement scoring at Luton.
Nah, not really. I mean, Luton.
It's not Kenilworth Park. It's not Kenilworth Road. It is just a park in Luton.
It's just a park.
Alex is being nice. That's what it was. Alex is being nice.
Someone who I think will have enjoyed that intro is a certain Sara Pereira. Sara, are you coming all the way from sunny Barcelona?
Not so sunny. Madrid's been better this weekend, so unlucky for me. Bit of a Kate Abdo intro you had there, Alex. Taking the piss. I love it.
I tried my best. I'm not sure I did as good as Kate, but we tried. So, before we get into the hunk of everything else, I'm going to introduce and go through the games we've got on Sporty TV this week. Tonight, we've got Sheffield United against Leeds United. Top of the table clash in the Championship. We've got Al Wehda against Al Nassr tomorrow at 5 o'clock WOT. Armenia against Werder Bremen at 8:45 on that same night. Then we've got the Yokohama Derby at 11 a.m. WAT on February the 26th. Al Khalij against Al Etihad. And then RB Leipzig against Wolfsburg. Moving into February the 27th, we've got Real Madrid Barcelona in the Euroleague and El Clasico there. Then the 28th, we've got Central Coast Mariners against Western Union, Shanghai Port against Changchun, and Al Oroba against Al Nassr. Cristiano Ronaldo in action there once again. Sheffield Wednesday against Sunderland, a cracking tie for our producer Ben there. He'll be hoping Sunderland get the win. Boca Juniors against Rosario Central. And then moving into March, we're already in March in 2025. It's hard to believe. I know. We've got Vissel Kobe against Fukua, MacArthur against Sydney, Leeds United against West Bromwich Albion, Bournemouth against Wolves, Frankfurt against Bayer Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid against Athletic Club in La Liga, River Plate against Estudiantes, Urawa against Kashiwa, Ghent against Club Brugge, Al Ittihad against Al Oqdoud, and then to round off the week, we've got Claudio Ranieri's Roma against Cesc Fabregas's Como. So, an exciting week of football on Sporty TV, but guys, are you going to be able to keep up with all that? It's an exciting one. I'm not sure. I've already forgotten the first games. I'm going to have to remind myself of all of them. An exciting one now?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of exciting games. I mean, Ghent, the one you mentioned, that's the one I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
There is a player that plays there. It's called Nelson.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know what his surname is. I used to play with him in Luton back in the day when I was a boy. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Is that fact?
No, I'm talking about facts here, man.
Okay.
What's wrong with you? Jesus Christ, you really underestimate me.
Underestimate you. I just maybe not so sure about the whole truth of some of these goals that you scored in Luton.
I told you guys that I would have to send you guys a video that would have
You
to
keep
put on
saying this
show.
video, but I never see it.
No, I've told
He
the
keeps
coach.
saying he scored a load of goals in Luton.
There are videos I've scored bangers, man. Jesus Christ. I told you to come see us play once.
He
but you
keeps
were able
saying
to chicken
these are videos.
You chickened out, right? So you don't even have any right to speak.
Sarah can attest for this, but he keeps saying there are videos, doesn't he, Sarah? But we never see these videos, do we?
No, but the videos are coming.
Yeah, alleged videos.
Alleged videos. By the way, that's a word that Nigerians are becoming very tired of. So they've now abused the word alleged, right? I don't know if you're aware of this one. So it's actually a big deal online. So because they said a lot of people are beginning to use the word alleged to avoid getting sued or whatever, right? And now people would make the most random sentence. For example, I'm going to use the bathroom allegedly. Like, so it's actually that annoying. So they are saying they're about to ban the word alleged in the whole of Nigeria very soon. Very annoying.
Well, allegedly, ClintonCod has scored some goals in Luton somewhere. Before we get into the big meaty action of the weekend, the Premier League, of course, I've got a little bet builder for you guys tonight. It is, of course, Sheffield United against Leeds United, top of the table clash in the Championship. I've gone for over 2.5 goals, as I feel like both sides will be wanting to get the win at Bramall Lane. Under 10.5 corners, over 3.5 bookings, Now, it's going to be a feisty affair. We both know these teams will be looking to book their spot in the Premier League next season, and then both teams to score to round it off. Shantelle, are you backing that bet? Give me confidence, come on.
You know what? Fine. I'll back you.
Okay, Clinton, are you backing it?
You know, the crazy thing is that she's backing what she does not even know. She's just like, yes, okay, well,
What do you mean I don't know?
W20,
No,
H20. You know
what
what?
do you mean I don't
I'll
know?
back you. I'll back you. Give me, what's the name of the striker from Sheffield United? I'll back you. You know only
No,
back.
no, hear
You
me
put
out.
him
No,
to
no,
sleep.
no, no. Hear me out. Hear me out. We always, well,
Okay,
I always lose faith in Alex's bets.
okay,
But this time, I'm turning it around.
okay.
And I'm going to just give him
Just
some
back him up.
confidence.
Okay, okay.
Back him.
Okay, so you're okay.
Can't I be a
Okay,
good
so you're
classmate?
okay. Hold on. Okay, so you're not backing him. You're okay. No, you're not giving him. Okay, you're not backing him, but you're giving him confidence. Or are you doing both?
Can't I do both?
Oh no, if you're not, I just don't know.
I
If
think
you're
by
doing both,
backing
that's
me,
fine.
she's giving me confidence.
Exactly.
Angel, do you back it?
Well, I trust your judgment.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, at least
Because
someone
I
does. At least
presume it
someone
has come from detailed analysis.
It has. I've spent all afternoon.
You would
reading
presume
up
a lot,
and
Angel.
I've done my research. Sarah, are you backing it or are you less confident?
You know what, Alex? If history serves me right, you don't have the best record. But what does that mean? At some point, it has to turn around. So let's go for it.
Exactly, exactly.
By the way, it's crazy though because I'm just looking at that frame from Sara, and you know it makes me think: how come these other guys from Ghana, why are they not able to set their camera at these, cribs, and it looks nice? I think
Just to
Sarah
put
needs
it
do
on a
like-
table. Can you imagine?
Oh, is that? Wait, is that how easy it is? No, because I'm like, wait, it's meant to be this easy, man. And then some of them, you think they are speaking to you from heaven, like they are looking down on you. Jesus Christ, man. Anyways, I think we need to get into the games.
We do. There was a game at the weekend in the Premier League. Was it City they were playing? I can't remember how it went. I know Shantelle will know how it went. Of course, Liverpool, a 2-0 win at the Etihad. Almost putting one hand on that Premier League title. Clinton, you see the turn from losing to Real Madrid in the week for Man City. Coming into this game, couldn't have been a harder game to come into. They would have preferred, I think, an Ipswich or a Southampton to ease back into it. But they came into it, they lost 2-0. Is that goodbye to the title for City?
I mean, I think if you ask a 3-year-old kid at this point that's never seen a game before, they will tell you that is not just a goodbye, but that's a proper farewell. Like, because, you see, Pep Guardiola is the one I feel so bad for because it's almost as if the players, I think he needs to go into the office and start speaking to the players one-on-one and be like, what have I done to you? You know, did my daughter ask you out? And you felt like maybe she was angry with you. Like, well, is there something? Because why are you guys not doing it for me? What suddenly happened to Manchester City, right? You've lost to Real Madrid, both home and away. The best thing you could have done for the fans is to find a way to give them maybe a draw or a win against a top team. Now, that was an opportunity for them to kind of like give some kind of signatory saying, we are back again or we are coming back. I understand it wasn't an easy game. This is Liverpool, arguably the best team in Europe as we speak. But it was almost as if they didn't come prepared. This is Etihad, for Christ's sake. This is not Anfield. Like, if it was Anfield, what could have happened, right? This is your home. How do you lose 2-0? Are we going to say now it's because you don't have your most powerful striker, Haaland? Or are you going to say it's because of the whole Rodri not being there? Or are we still going to say it's because they stole a Ballon d'Or? I mean, this is not me saying. This is what everyone thinks. They think that there's some kind of cost that's affecting Manchester City to say they need to return the Ballon d'Or, especially having the person who they believe should be winning the Ballon d'Or coming to their stadium and winning them there, despite clowning him with all the banners that they had at the Etihad Stadium when Real Madrid went to play for them. So, in my opinion, there's something off. There's something wrong. Like, Manchester City, this is the worst I've seen them in years. And it's just so sad. I feel for the fans. I feel for Pep Guardiola. I don't know if I should say I feel for the players because they are the ones causing this to themselves. Doku, I can't remember if Doku came in from the bench or if he started the game. But, from when I started watching it, I felt like Doku was the one person who tried to change things. I've always had extreme confidence in Doku. But all of a sudden, we've noticed that he's the guy whom it feels like Pep Guardiola doesn't have so much confidence in. And in my opinion, Pep Guardiola keeps making some thorough mistakes that we would never see him make, especially in the last 2 years, in the last 2 seasons. These days he's making some, I don't know if I would say irrational subs or starters, and you're like, wait, hang on, but what is going on? So for me, 100% I'm going to blame the coach. I think it's his error. We've seen teams that are lacking players, and they are doing well. At least when we look at Arsenal, they have players, injured. I know they didn't win their last game, but you could still see that. What's the name of him? Mikel Arteta. You could still see that my man is still trying. Using young boys who are hungry, who are ready to play the ball, and there's just something that makes you feel like, okay, they're lacking the players, but there's a high probability, there's a chance that they could still win games, and they are doing it. Manchester City is almost as if they cannot win teams anymore. At this point, I'm so scared that they could face a bare minimum team like Southampton, and you will still have that whole, your mind beating that. Is there any possibility that they could win? And it's just so sad to see, man.
Angel, I think we're all expecting a little bit more from Man City, especially off the back of that Real Madrid result and how poorly they performed at the Bernabeu. Obviously, apart from a certain Norwegian striker, what would you think was missing for Man City at the weekend?
I think it was a very disappointing one, considering that against Liverpool, they have the last 7 games they have played, they've gone ahead to win over 6 of them. So you would expect that they will put up a very impressive performance, especially with the disappointing one against Real Madrid. But that wasn't the case. Well, as much as you want to attribute it to the fact that they are going through a transitionary phase, because that's what I think this is, and the fact that they have a young crop of players who are between the age of 21 to 22, you cannot compare them with the crop of players that Liverpool had fielded in that particular game. And also you're looking at the fact that some of those players as well, like they didn't also play with their talisman, Erling Haaland. But you have an Omar Marmoush who was bought for £59 million or euros, thereabouts. So you cannot give any excuses. I think the disappointing thing for me was the fact that there was no creativity in the midfield. And in the final third, they were really disappointing. Doku tried to create some chances, Savinho as well. But the thing is, they held the ball too much, in my opinion. As much as Doku, we were talking about the fact that Pep Guardiola does not field him as much as you would expect him to. And Pep made a statement that sometimes Doku and Savinho, they have the ability to draw 2 or 3 players to themselves, and that leaves other players free. So you have to take those chances when you get them. Now, when you pull those players to yourself, you have to distribute those passes before the team has a chance to think about it.
Yeah.
And then that makes it, difficult for the defenders to anticipate what's going to happen. And that's not what they do. They kept on holding onto the ball and dribbling here and there, and it cost them deeply. Considering that Liverpool was playing like a deep, low defensive play where they wait to get you on the counter, and they did that brilliantly. We saw Trent Alexander-Arnold sticking back and throwing the long passes from there. They made things really, really difficult for the Man City midfield, for Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden. It was a disaster. Even Nico Gonzalez, they couldn't create those, those chances that they would ordinarily create. And that was the way that Arne Slotman set up and made things really difficult for them. So we hope to see, as for the title race, I know that's goodbye. That's bygone. Is it even going to be difficult for Arsenal, who is in second position, not to mention Manchester City? So, but we wait to see what Pep does with these players. They're promising young talent, and we wait to see what happens in the next season.
Shantelle, are you one hand on that Premier League title yet, or are you cautious at the moment?
No, honestly, I feel like Liverpool is in that position where I can confidently say there's no way they can bottle it. Based on how they have been performing this season, I'm extremely proud of what Arne Slot has been able to do with the players. We have Salah now that's been in talks. He has moved the conversation with the comparison with him and Hazard to know he's in comparison with Messi and Ronaldo because he's playing that well. He scored his...
Don't repeat.
Yeah, I'm going to stop you right there.
Don't repeat that one again in your life. Like,
no, I was...
We'll fight. We don't fight women, but we'll do it here.
No, in the sense of he scored his 25th Premier League goal. Okay. He had his 16th assist. He's about to... I want to say he's on the course of maybe having like the most the goal assist contribution of the season so far. He could, if he continues playing like this. He's playing like at a top level right now. So we are seeing conversations where they're putting him in the Messi category.
What do you mean?
That's long.
Hold on.
That's a long day.
Hold on. Wait.
That's the conversation.
Hold on.
But,
Wait, hold on. Alex.
Because I'm speaking to Alex.
Hold on.
I'm just going to sit back.
I feel like I'm seeing cracks on that TV in a minute because now you've just said a serious blunder. Like, you mean Mo Salah had one exceptional season, right? Where he's
And I'm
scoring goals.
saying
And
that
don't mind-
yours,
listen,
no,
I'm
no,
not-
no,
mind you- hold
no.
on.
Hear me out. I'm saying that he's
oh,
playing so
somebody-
well that persons want to put him amongst the greats.
Okay,
That's what I'm
persons.
saying.
Okay, persons
Yes,
want to.
listen.
Oh, persons.
Listen.
No, because let me tell you, yeah, those persons, go and tell
Listen.
those persons that they are mad.
Jesus.
Like, go and tell them that they have mental health issues. I have diazepam, 500 mg at home, right? They need 18 capsules, one in
So
the morning,
I'm saying,
3 in the afternoon,
at one
5.
point, we had Salah in conversations, oh, it's him or Hazard, and he's playing so well that they're putting him in the category with
Shantelle,
Messi and
I
Ronaldo.
agree with you to an extent.
They are putting Salah to where
I'm
now?
not saying
Come on,
equate,
man.
I'm, not saying
that-
I'm not saying equating him to Messi, but they're bringing that conversation because
Exactly.
in the 2014-2015 season, Messi's had over 11 assists. 11 assists. Do you understand? In like 11 games, he had several assists and several goals in 11 straight games.
Okay.
In 11 games,
Okay.
league games.
Okay.
Now, no player in the top 5 league in Europe has done that since 2014-2015. Salah is the first person to do that. He has scored and assisted in 11 league games. He has also broken, he's on verge of breaking several records. He's going to
Okay.
become like the first player in the Premier League since Erling Haaland did
Yeah.
it in 2022 and 2023 season. So like there's so many reasons why
No,
people are,
no.
are like
There's
bringing
no,
the
there's no,
conversation
there's
of
no,
Messi.
hold on, wait,
But
hold
it's
on, hold
not
on.
equating
No,
him on the same level.
hold on. Let's stop.
No,
let's stop.
Clinton
Let me
is
stop
just
because-
ready to attack
No,
me
it's
at
not about-
any
it's not-
chance
no,
that
it's not
he gets.
about-
Hang on,
That's
hang on,
what
hang
it
on,
boils
hang on,
down
hang on.
to.
Relax.
Wait,
One at a
just
time.
wait,
One at a
just wait.
time. Clinton,
Hold on.
what were you going to say?
Listen, what I'm trying to say is, yeah, sorry, there's a comment. You can compare him to Messi, but not. Oh, Makinde, you are very stupid. I mean, sorry, not stupid, but if I slap you. Hold on. Now, listen to this, right? I'm not trying to downplay that Mo Salah has been exceptional this season, right?
And previous seasons, there have been
Listen,
previous seasons where
no,
he's been equally good.
no. This has been one of his best. Or are we
Of
going
course,
to
yeah,
say
we
this
can
is
say
his best
we can
season of
say
his life?
this is his best.
Yeah?
Arguably,
You guys don't seem to understand where I'm coming from because you guys are just talking based on 1 or 2 seasons here, right?
I mean, it's on
And then-
course to be his best season. He scored 32 goals and 10 assists. He's already he's going to surpass that in goals. He's already surpassed that assist number. So he's on course for his best season.
Yeah, no. It has to be. It has to be. But what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to downplay everything he has done. But you saying we can compare him?
That's
No,
not what we're saying.
or
Not
equate.
equate. Not equate.
So now you want to say,
said
okay,
that
you are equating it to one of this men's season, basically, right?
Yeah, no, I'm saying we're saying in terms of records and stats and what he's doing this season, you can equate it and compare it to what Ronaldo, what Messi or the Ronaldos do that make you praise them, and you know the blogs.
We are not. That's
all
what I'm
the-
saying.
yeah.
We are
But
not
you
talking
cannot-
about one
we're not
season,
saying-
man.
He's
Guys,
not even a
no, hold
one-season
on.
wonder.
The reason,
He's
no,
not
hold
a
on.
one-season wonder.
The reason why we're talking about Messi and Ronaldo today is not because they had 1 or 2 or 3 seasons that they performed as Messi and Ronaldo.
But Salah
That's
has
what
been
you
in the
guys need to
conversation
understand.
for even
Bro, what
European
do you
best
mean?
of
Are you
Ballon
telling
d'Or.
me- are
He's
you
been in
telling
the
me-
conversation in
Are you
previous
telling me
years.
that Salah has had like a whole 8,
No,
9,
because
10 years
when you put
of
it
being
like this,
Salah?
when you put it
Come
like
on,
this,
man.
you make it seem like he's a one-season wonder. It's not a
Ma-
one-season wonder.
Ma-
I'm not
Yes,
saying
he's
Hey.
it's not a one-season
Not
wonder.
As
We're even.
consistent
Hold
as the others.
on.
But you can put him in the conversation.
What conversation are we talking
Not
about here,
equating,
though?
but you can put him in the conversation.
No. You can put him in
Okay,
a
who-
conversation talking about his best season ever. But we are talking about people who we are going to say they could be the best 2, like literally the all-time best footballers, both dead and alive.
Nobody is saying he's the
You
best.
guys are saying that you are
We're
putting
not
them.
saying that. We're
Putting
just
him in the
saying that he's
conversation, it can
playing
be argued
so
if he
well.
continues like this, then he has a great chance of being remembered as one of the greats.
Before
You
this
guys
gets
are talking
out,
about. You guys are talking about a guy. You guys are talking about a guy that shows up for Liverpool, bro. What does he do in Egypt, though?
before this gets out of reason, and that leads me on.
Well,
to
no,
the point.
you tell me.
no,
You tell me.
no,
You're talking about
Clinton,
Messi.
you're missing the
Forget about Ronaldo now.
No,
Let's talk
you're
about Lionel
missing the
Messi.
whole
I don't care about
Let's not
Ronaldo.
go into the issue of the national team because Messi struggles before the World Cup that he won. He struggles in the Argentine setup.
My man
That
has
he
a
did
World Cup.
other-
Bro, he has a
Yeah.
World Cup.
After how many attempts? After how many attempts? Was he the best
What do you
player?
want him to do?
I'm gonna
Keep
come to the
He was
failing?
the
voice
best
of-
player.
Jesus
I'm going to
Christ,
come to
man.
the voice of reason in this argument.
Thank you.
because
No,
it
because
could-
he's
it could
missing
get
the
out of
point.
hand.
No,
It
he's
could
missing
get
the
out of
point.
hand
So it makes
because-
no
It's not
sense.
about me missing the
You're
point.
missing the
I am
point.
telling you, the
We're
fact that you just
Shouting
mentioned.
doesn't make you right.
It's not about
Clinton.
shouting.
You're
It's not about
shouting.
You're all
shouting.
shouting.
Communicate
Okay,
with
hold
your
on. Okay,
shouting.
hold on. Let's communicate. Yeah, Salah, because obviously you are a Liverpool fan, so I cannot understand where you're coming from. Okay, now I'm not a biased fan. I tried to
I'm
be
not
very
being
reasonable, okay? All I'm saying here is how do you look at a player, and like I said, I don't want you to think I'm not downplaying Salah's what he's done this season. He's the best player. As a matter of fact, if they're going to issue Ballon d'Or right now, who gets it? It has to be Salah, right? But the fact that you then wake up and be like, hang on,
Can I speak?
how do you say, because of one good season, you put him in a conversation on two people
Producer,
who
cut
this
his
is
mic.
what they do every season of their life? That's my problem here. Do you understand?
Yeah.
No, but
I
come on.
understand your
before
problem,
this
but I'm
gets-
saying that she's not equating. She's
Exact-
not saying that they're.
I'm
You
not
cannot
standing-
mention
I'm not,
Salah.
but
No,
you can-
you
you
cannot
know,
mention
but the
Salah
thing-
for
okay,
any
no.
conversation
Can I
where Ronaldo and Messi is. You cannot put it there.
Producer, cut his mic. I would like to speak.
Give us
That's
your,
an insult to
give
these
us,
two
give
men,
us,
man.
give us your 2 cents, and
Big
then,
time insult.
and then we will go on to, because
I feel-
believe it or not, Manchester City were playing at the weekend against Liverpool, not Messi.
Yeah.
Carry on.
No, I feel like this got thrown out of proportion because Clinton might have misunderstood what I was trying to say. These aren't my words, in the sense of, I'm about to say Messi. Salah is having such a good season that he's no longer being compared to Hazard. They're putting him amongst the greats. At the end of the season, we don't know what will happen.
I think
And I'm saying he's just having a very good season. That's what
No,
it boils down to.
who says it's not having?
That's all. No, that's all you were coming like.
No, I just
oh,
mentioned
it's
to
so
you, but I
rough.
just no.
Obviously, I'm
Okay,
not
hold on.
saying-
Okay, hold on. Chantelle, you heard me, or Alex, because I know right now. Yeah, sometimes I don't know what you think with. Right now, listen to me, Alex.
yes.
You were here. I said Salah. There's a possibility if you were going to give a Ballon d'Or at this point, right? You give it to Salah, in my opinion, because he's been the best player in all leagues. Literally, he has both goals, assists. When you look at everything he's doing, we cannot take it away from him. But we are talking about an absolute best season on Salah. And then she says, and mind you, she's not saying that this is me saying. She's blaming it on some spiritual people. Hold on, let me finish. Wait. You say this is what they are saying. That, they are putting him in the conversation of Messi and Ronaldo.
That's
Based
to compliment
off,
the season that he's having.
Hold on,
You're
let me finish.
missing
I
the
just let you talk.
point.
I just let you talk. Are you gonna look? Let me talk now, right? This is what she said, and I'm saying, how do you compare what Salah has done this season? I understand that it's hard that seasons where he's been good, but not as best as this. And then you say they put him in the conversation of Messi and Ronaldo. These are two men who spent all their life in, literally, we want to talk about Ronaldo from Manchester United, yeah, goes to Real Madrid, Juve, right? And then comes back to Manchester United and then to Saudi. My man has been scoring goals, giving assists till the age of 40. Messi, we cannot count a season. Messi had 91 goals. This is something that we know that they regularly do season out. Messi has a World Cup. In fact, there's literally nothing. And then you put Salah. You understand? They say he can be put in that conversation. Do you see what triggered me? Because I feel like,
It's
in
a
my
compliment
opinion,
to Salah.
no. Listen. I don't
compliment to
listen.
him.
Hold on. Wait. Yeah.
Compliment to him.
You are complimenting him. I understand. That's your compliment. What I'm saying, you can't. This is an abuse to the legacy of football. Messi is Salah is exceptional. But no, he's not gotten anywhere close to these two men. These two men are not you.
So who would you compare him with? Who would you rather? compare
You
him
cannot compare
with?
anybody to Messi and Ronaldo.
Who would you rather compare Salah to, if you had to?
If I had to, okay,
Someone like a Neymar who perhaps
I can't even know. No,
I'd even
Neymar.
maybe in terms of consistent produce of what they've produced over the years, I'd even maybe put Salah above Neymar. That might get turn a few
definitely.
heads.
Yes.
But I think he's on that level with Neymar, with players like Salah. Perhaps Hazard is just below that,
Yeah.
but there are plenty of players as you look back into the
course,
past that would be on that level of Salah.
Absolutely, I agree with that one.
Before we do get out of hand, I want to get a cooler point of view on this. Sara, are they mad?
Alex, we've been enjoying the popcorn.
I was going to say I almost fell asleep, but that was impossible just then.
Yeah, I would never compare. There's no one. These two are above everyone. I think I know what Chantelle's trying to say, that because he's had such a good season, that's why they're comparing him. But that doesn't, in my opinion, that still doesn't, it's not allowed. Give Salah his flowers, absolutely. Does he deserve the Ballon d'Or as of right now? Yes. but I don't think that means he's on the same level as Messi and Ronaldo. And I don't think that means we still get to throw him in the conversation. No one's ever going to forget what Salah's done for the Premier League, for Egypt, for Liverpool. But I still think we need to have some peace and order here, because Messi and Ronaldo are gods of football, and they've changed the game forever for the history. And I think it's just a bit unfair. You know, when people are saying, when, you know, we look at Lamine Yamal and you see glimpses of Messi, I'm guilty of it. But to compare players to Messi or Ronaldo puts so much pressure on them that they don't deserve. Let's just give Salah his flowers and leave Messi out of the equation here.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And I think to round it off in such a way that Messi and Ronaldo are on their own pedestal.
Yeah.
That doesn't take away from what Salah's done.
No, definitely. Can we just go through some of the comments?
Go for it, because there's a few good ones.
No, I saw quite a few.
Street Fighter said Salah is a good player, but he is not at the level of Messi or Ronaldo. And then Victor says, if someone says that Salah is the best player, it means that person only watches Premier League. See what Dembele is doing for PSG, not talk of Mbappe at Real Madrid as well. So
somebody even mentioned, I don't know where I saw it, because the person said, good evening, you cannot even compare Salah to Drogba. They are both from Africa.
I was going to say Drogba,
right?
actually.
Let us know in the comments, who's better, Drogba or Salah? There's going to be a war
Clinton,
between
answer
Chelsea
that
and Liverpool
question.
fans.
Who's better, Drogba or Salah?
Now, if you ask me, I'll go for Drogba, man. Come on, man. Jesus Christ. Are we going to
But
downplay Drogba
Drogba
in
was
Chelsea?
someone who also could never do it for his country, like Salah.
I mean,
So they're
I would still
actually,
not
like,
compare.
in the sense of...
No, but I would still not compare Drogba versus Salah when it comes to country. I would still take Drogba country-wise over Salah any time. Because when you look at... Listen, I feel like Salah is just a ghost for Egypt. When you look at Salah versus Egypt, it's like a cat and a tiger versus Liverpool.
But a lot of players struggle in their
100%. I agree with that. I agree with that. But there are still levels to it, and I'm not going to put Drogba to that particular level too, because we still know what I mean, we are not going to. A lot of players do struggle, but Drogba, come on, like Drogba's presence alone, it does a lot for even his.
I'm trying to think back to the African Cup of Nations, and I cannot remember a time when Drogba was exceptional for Cote d'Ivoire.
No, he
even
never
in
was.
the golden
He never was
generation,
able
when they
to.
had the likes of Yaya Toure, Kolo Toure, and the other crop of
Solomon
players,
Kalou.
Salomon Kalou.
I'm just.
He wasn't
talking
even
about,
exceptional in the national team setup. Do you understand?
But I know what you're saying, right? But for me, just looking at modern day football and looking at Salah, and I'm looking at, you know, in my opinion, the advancement of football, right? I would have expected some level of changes in terms of, okay, because even when you look at some African players, you cannot say they are that, you know. Let me use Nigeria as an example. We've watched games where we can easily say you can pick one or two players from our national team that you know they play really well. You know, they put their hearts out. It just doesn't work. I give an example. I can mention Victor Osimhen now, right? If you want to put Victor Osimhen versus Victor Boniface, you can clearly tell which one you would rather start. I can tell you for free, a lot of people will say, no, Victor Osimhen. Why? Because it's almost like Victor Boniface is not there at all, right? But it doesn't mean they are both exceptional when it comes to country football. It's a collective issue when it comes to players not performing for their countries. But there are still levels to this whole you are not showing up. You understand? So that's why I was trying to say that for me, Salah and Egypt, it's like a shadow of himself when it comes to what we know he's capable of doing for Liverpool. You see, this is where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
To segue into another
No,
Egyptian,
pause.
we could talk about this for a while, but I'm not going to let you. I'm afraid we have to move on.
No.
We have to move on.
No, 1 minute. I'm not Clinton, just 1 minute. Somebody said that I shouldn't compare, and I wasn't comparing. I would never compare. I'm just saying that he's having such a good conversation. Persons are pushing him now in that conversation. I couldn't even finish my sentence before the attack of Clinton, but you can continue. Okay. Just to clear that up, I wasn't comparing. I'm just saying that he's having an excellent season, that persons are complimenting him on that level.
Moving to the other side of this fixture, I think we were talking about Man City there, Liverpool. It all got out of hand.
Comment, by the way, for those of you that's, I mean, I don't know how true that stat is, but
It's not
maybe,
true, Clinton.
Okay, I don't know. I'm just saying.
He's
Just
never
saying.
won the AFCON.
No, we're talking about he won the AFCON. It's the person literally just, Drogba played 105 games for Ivory Coast and scored 65. I don't know if that's bad or it's good.
I mean, that's not bad.
Assuming this is a real stat. If that's real stats, so I don't know where people why they would say he was not, because I don't think Salah has done anything close to this. I mean, he's still playing.
He may not, but at least he made the final of the AFCON 2021.
Salah is, I think, when you talk 65 goals in 105 games is some achievement, whether it's club or country.
Yeah.
Salah for Egypt has scored 58 goals in 101 games, so almost similar stats when you come to it. I do want to talk about City a little bit, and I'm going to focus on another Egyptian in this conversation, Omar Marmoush. He scored 3 against Newcastle, perhaps had the best game of his life, perfect start to life at Manchester City, was non-existent against Real Madrid, seemed to get into some dangerous areas against Liverpool. He scored that goal that was given offside, caused trouble for that Liverpool defence. Angel, why was City so persistent on playing the ball out left and almost ignoring Marmoush in that centre role? And do you think he's good enough to play up top on his own?
Yeah, I think, when you first started, I was thinking the blame was going to go to Omar Marmoush. It wasn't actually his fault. It was the way that City was set up. They started with a 4-1 formation, which was very difficult because they were trying to penetrate from the wings, especially from the left wing, using Doku and sometimes Savinho as well. So the way that they were set up actually made things difficult. And they needed a player with that kind of area prowess, like an Erling Haaland, with the way that they wanted to be playing, to be able to finish off finish up whatever they were sending into the box. The few times that Doku was able to get the ball across from Trent Alexander-Arnold or whoever was doubling up on him. So it was just the way that City was set up. It was the way that they were playing. It was the way that the pivot, Nico Gonzalez, Phil Foden, playing a more free role, and Kevin De Bruyne. They had to orchestrate that midfield. That made things very difficult, and often they had to walk through the flanks, and walking through the flanks, they couldn't find Omar Marmoush. Also, you can also give it to the defensive prowess of Liverpool, because they made things really, really difficult. Konate and Virgil van Dijk, sometimes they push into the midfield to try to break those runs. So that made things difficult for the Manchester City defenders. So they were not creative, like Pep said. They couldn't create those chances because of the way that Liverpool was playing. And every time they got the ball, you saw the likes of McAllister stepping into midfield to intercept the passes from Kevin De Bruyne. So Kevin De Bruyne couldn't even find those penetrating passes to get the ball into the final third, and then find the players like Omar Marmoush who could, do the damage. So it wasn't really a case of Omar Marmoush not finishing or doing the job or replicating what he did against Newcastle. They were playing a more difficult opponent, and the style that Arne Slotman put up in that game, the tactical prowess of the team, made things very difficult for Pep Guardiola and his men in midfield position.
Now, moving on to the other game involving Merseyside and Manchester sides, Clinton, your very own Manchester United came from 2-0 behind to get a draw against Everton. Arguably should have lost the game 3-2, or should have had a penalty given against them at least. I don't think it's come to the stage where we're doubting Amorim. I think we all know that he's a capable manager. And
I'm doubting him already, man.
This squad needs an overhaul.
No, I'm doubting him.
But were you expecting, I think I was, were you expecting to see a lot more improvement compared to where they are now from when he was appointed?
You see, first of all, I understand that people would argue to say, no, he doesn't have the manner of players that he requires to win games, and the players are kind of like letting him down. Manchester United, there's a lot going on with the club that kind of like needs some kind of fixing. We saw on the news they are even cutting down jobs even more, and they keep making all these crazy decisions. That's
closing the canteen.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's very soon they'll tell you that they need to maybe fire whoever is cleaning, because they feel like there's enough money going into cleaning than they need to buy more players or whatever. I don't know. Like, there's just something off with the club, right? Now, that game versus Everton, I feel like we were just very lucky. First of all, we were able to come back, and I felt like Everton, they slept at some point. If I was the Everton coach, I would be very angry at my players because they pretty much had the game on lockdown. However, they had an opportunity to win the game, and I felt like Manchester United We were just very lucky that a particular decision went our way. In my opinion, if I was the ref, even as a Manchester United fan, I would tell you that was a pure penalty. And I understand people will say, oh, this guy is a certified, Ashley Young is a certified diver. But I saw what had happened there in between Harry Maguire and what's the name of the other player? Was it Mazraoui that was there?
I think it was a
I think it was Mazraoui. I can't remember.
A blur of defenders that all seemed
Yeah,
to
I mean,
be trying
they
to
were
get around
literally
them.
just two, yeah. And I think the refs and the VAR, they were looking at the whole thing from a whole different angle, right? And then just exactly when they showed the real angle that they should be seeing, the ref left the VAR, right? And that's the one even the commentators were saying, this is the one he should be seeing. It's not even the one from Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire one might have been very soft. You know, we could clearly see that he didn't do too much for him to go to the ground. But you could see that the other defender, he had the jersey.
Yeah.
And people say, oh no, he was diving. No, that kind of touch or that kind of pull is capable of taking you to the ground, right? And I felt like that was a penalty, but it was not given. So we were able to get away with 1 point. If not, maybe they would have given the penalty and Beto would have synced that one in again and boom, we would have lost the game. Now, where does that put Manchester United? I think there is a very huge problem with the club and something has to be done. Remember what I said to you guys in the show a couple of weeks ago? I said, at this point, they need to destroy the stadium, you know, go find somewhere else, build a whole new one, change the name from Old Trafford to New Trafford, just try everything new. Bring in friends. Listen, we lost a lot of good players, which is making me feel like whoever is making the decisions when it comes to selling and bringing in players, these people are definitely drunk. And whatever kind of alcohol they drink, I want to try it out this weekend. Something is definitely not adding up. Like, when you look at the fact that they let Wan-Bissaka leave the club, and we see what he's doing with West Ham currently. Anytime I watch him play for West Ham, I feel like, gee, I can't believe we let this man leave. Why? When you see Scott McTominay as well, I mean, I don't know, was it the first half or last season with Napoli, right? What he was doing in the club, you would never believe that these are Manchester United players. Like, why is it that we keep bringing in the wrong set of people? I told you that the like of Zexi, I don't think he's the manner of the guy that should be playing for Manchester United. He should be starting from a club like maybe Southampton because you could see from his body language, my man, this club is bigger than him. This guy is playing football like he's doing a photo shoot in a pitch. Like, there's something off, there's something wrong. All the body language. In Manchester United now, if there's anybody who's trying to make moves to win games, it's only one person, knowing that we don't have Amad Diallo. My man is down. Right now, it's only Garnacho that seems to be doing the job for me, right? Every other person, they just, oh man, I was seeing Ogati. Ogati was chewing gum. I don't know what was giving him the confidence that I'm allowed to chew chewing gum. Bro, your team, you guys are close to relegation. You are not allowed to eat. You are not allowed to eat. You are chewing gum, and you are feeling like you're God on the pitch. What's wrong with you, man? Bro, the body language of all these players is annoying. And Ruben Amorim, I felt like he had everything it took to put that team together. And they keep saying, oh, it's going to take time, it's going to take time. Bruh, it's going to take time until you get to the championship. Listen, I'm telling you, do you know where we are? Do you know how crazy it is to know that Everton is above Manchester United at this point? Do you know, bro, this is Manchester. Oh my, it's like people don't understand. This is Manchester. Like, this team is Manchester United. Bro, this is Manchester. I cannot wait. Do you understand?
The glory days are behind.
This is Manchester United. Manchester United. If they tell you that at some point in life, at any point in life, Everton will be on not 15th. Like 1-5. It's not even 12. If it was 12, I would have been screaming like this. If it was 9, I would be screaming like this. If it was 8 or 7, I would be like, all right, something is off, something needs to change, but let me give you time. Bruh, this is 1-5. 15. If I took 15 in my class in my secondary school, my dad will kill me. Like, I cannot go home. I will need to go on holiday in Lagos, one of my auntie's house. Bro, is that bad? Oh, God, I don't want to speak again.
Yeah.
And are you at that point of breakdown? Because you are a Manchester United fan yourself. Are you concerned about Ruben Amorim, or are you still in that camp of this is just the case of the squad needs a complete overhaul and any manager that would have come in would have found these problems?
I think it's the manager's problem. It's not a case of an overhaul of the team. We said this when he was mentioning the likes of Scott McTominay, even Marcus Rashford can also be brought into the conversation when you look at what he's doing at Villa right now, with Aston Villa. A lot of players who have left Manchester United, Jadon Sancho and all of that, you see them, they're thriving out there, or Aaron Wan-Bissaka as well. So it shows you that it's not just the players. It's not just the players. It's also the way that the team is set up. It's also the tactical know-how of the coach and whether he chooses to change, because something might not be working, but you have to think outside the box. You have to come up with something different. So even if there's an overhaul of the entire Manchester United setup, he's still not going to, and they bring new crop of players, no matter the amount of money that they spend, this Manchester United that I'm looking at will still struggle. So I don't see, when Manchester United is struggling in games, I don't see, that technical know-how, that thing that comes into play, that tactical, reshuffling that makes me know, or you bring in some substitute that just changes the game and, just changes things entirely. I don't see it. Now, in this game against Everton, Manchester United was nowhere to be found in the first half. It was until the 62nd minute or so when Alejandro Garnacho came in for Casemiro. Casemiro was taken out, and then he came in. That was when we began to see some changes. And from the 70th minute, with that Bruno's set piece, the one that he took, and then finally they found the back of the net and they found their bearing again. So what I'm saying is, I'm not impressed by what Ruben Amorim is doing. So I would just say, send him away, honestly. For me, I feel like he has had enough chance. We've never seen Manchester United this bad. It wasn't this bad. Now you begin to give kudos to the likes of Mourinho and the likes of, Eric Ten Hag and what they did, in Manchester United. Because when you look at where they are, 15th on the table, just 3 spots against the relegation zone. That is not where you expect to see Manchester United, no matter whether they are going through a long transitional phase from 2013 till date. You would not expect to see them there. Maybe mid-table, but not in the bottom half.
Well, another team that has been in the bottom half this season, Tottenham Hotspur, did win 4-1 at the weekend against Ipswich. The other side of North London didn't have such a good weekend. Arsenal lost 1-0 at home to West Ham. Miles Lewis-Skelly getting another red card and Jared Bowen giving the Hammers the win. And, well, maybe putting the first nail in that coffin, ending Arsenal's title race. Now, that's all we're going to talk about for the Premier League for now. I'm going to move on to
1, 2, 3.
La Liga. And, well, maybe that was Sara saying which position Barcelona were going to finish in the league this season. We don't know. Let's go on to La Liga. And I'm going to start with Atletico Madrid. They won 3-0 against Valencia. It's 1 point in it. Barcelona at the top, Real Madrid second, Atleti just behind. Barcelona beat Las Palmas 2-0. Sara, were you happy with that performance? Are you slowly starting to see perhaps some of the issues that Barcelona were having this season being ironed out?
Can I just check that you guys can hear me?
Yeah, yes, we do.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't aware. That's why I was giving a count to our producer, and you guys were thinking I'm talking about the league table. Listen, it's a great result for Barca. I'm really happy for Dani Olmo. He scored an unbelievable goal. I think he's really trying to make his way into the starting 11, and it's incredible. It's really incredible for him. Alex, the thing is because La Liga is separated by like a point, any slip for any of these teams is major, and all 3 of them are still in the Copa del Rey. And all 3 of them are still in the Champions League. So I wouldn't say I'm seeing, certain pieces of Barcelona necessarily leave. But I think they're getting into a flow. But I think now it's crunch time. And one slip up across any of these competitions can affect any of these 3 teams in such a big way. So I think it might come down to some of these matchups where we're seeing, Barca is hosting Real Madrid in May. And then Barca will be playing at the Riyadh Air Metropolitano next month. So these might be the deciders.
It is going to get interesting. And you mentioned that Dani Olmo goal. I've done my top 5 goals of the week in La Liga this week, guys. So I want to see what you think of with these ones. So let's start off with number 5. It is Dani Olmo against Las Palmas. It was a lovely goal, as you said, Sara. If we can get this up and show everyone the trickery that Barcelona had at the weekend. So it was a tough choice at the beginning. I did actually have about 5 goals from Athletic Club against Real Valladolid, but I had to whittle it down. So here's the Dani Olmo goal against Las Palmas. A lovely move through the defence to turn on a dime, as you would say, with no space, smacking it into the top of the net.
That was an average goal, by the way, but go on.
I'd like to see you score one like that, Clinton.
No, but no, listen. If there's anything I love that he's done there is the fact that he's been able to, go the other way. But for me, like I said, I would expect a good player who's playing for Barcelona and getting paid at least minimum over 40,000 euros a week to be able to bench that easy.
Well,
but go on.
high standards.
Well, he did. So there you go. Next,
No,
Alex?
absolutely, yeah. I mean, if he had it, there would have been a problem. But obviously, it's the fact that he's making the top 5 goals for the La Liga. But let's go on.
This was I wasn't so I didn't have as many choices this week. It was a difficult one. As well, Athletic Club beat Real Valladolid 7-1, so I had about 5 goals in that game. But this is Oyan Sanset against Real Valladolid. It was a lovely volley, first time, smacked it into the top of the net. Perhaps the keeper could have done a little bit better near post, but the power on the shot, and there were a few others in that game that I could have included.
This
probably
was one of my best.
Yeah,
That
I
was
could have included
beautiful,
5 of the 7 in that Athletic Club win, an emphatic win, and another, well, really bad week for Real Valladolid. Number 3, I've gone for Nico Williams against Real Valladolid. A lovely winding run, putting it into the bottom corner, faking out the keeper. It's, I mean, we saw this in the Euros. We saw the skill that he has and the way he links up with
That's an average
Lamine
goal.
Yamal.
No, it's not a very goal, and I'll tell you why it's not.
I've
Because
seen-
he
we've
put it
seen-
in the place where you least expect.
I know. But
Most
listen,
players would
but,
have put it on
but
the-
Nico
on-
Williams,
on
Nico
the bottom
Williams,
right corner.
Nico Williams is arguably at least top 2 best players for Athletic
This is
Club.
a young
Number
star.
1,
He's
if,
just-
bro, but
he's in his
yeah,
early 20s.
Lamine
He's just
Yamal
a
will
kid.
score. Listen, if Lamine Yamal scored this, I'm sure we'll not be speaking about it. Do you know why? Because now we know
No.
he's capable of doing bigger than this, right? The reason why you're celebrating this goal and you think it's one crazy goal is only because maybe you don't see it very often from him or whatever.
But the skill to run in.
This kid
Nah,
is
bro, I
really
will see this.
defenders.
Listen, and this is the reason why people don't rate this La Liga over Premier. In Premier League, we see this every day. What's special about this goal?
Clinton, that goal is special.
No,
I'll tell
to
you
me it's
why.
not
Because
special. To
he's
me it's not
technical,
special.
He's a technical one. How
Bro,
many players did he take out of this
Listen,
position?
you will see
There
an
are so
ordinary
many players
Brighton.
in the
What's the
equation.
name of the player from Brighton?
Mitoma.
Mitoma?
Yeah, see, if Mitoma scored this, I'm sure you will not be saying it. Do you know why? Because you've seen
We
way
will
better.
be saying it.
No,
Last week there
it's
was a
only because
conversation of
no. It's only because you don't see. Come on, man. Anyways, go on.
I'm
to
going
the
to move on
next
to number 2. I've gone for Arsene Zakarian against Leganés for Real Sociedad, which I think this one is one of the best goals this week. Unfortunately, Luka Modric is still playing football for Arsene Zakarian. Otherwise, I think he would have been number 1.
Let's see this one.
And, well, it's a lovely strike outside of the box.
I want to see it from another angle.
Top corner.
Yeah, that was like
That is a
Diego
strike.
Forlan kind of goal.
That is a
Rooftop.
strike.
Yeah.
Now, number 1.
I'm actually surprised.
I
Wait,
don't-
before we go to number 1, hold on. Wait, but you guys are surprising me, you know.
But the choices this week, I'm telling you, there weren't that many brilliant goals this
Okay,
week.
fair enough.
There weren't that many brilliant, but
Okay.
these are equally very
Okay.
good goals.
But number 1 is a brilliant goal. Luka
definitely,
Modric
definitely.
against Girona. Clinton, you were there. Chantelle, were you there?
I mean, if you saw this one in real life, I saw this happen.
beautiful.
Talk us through this goal, Chantelle. Does it surprise you that, I don't think it surprises anyone, but
No,
is
no,
it
no, 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 no.
to
No,
see
no, no.
Luka Modric at this age still performing to this level? I'm pretty sure wind back 10, 15 years, we saw him score a goal like that for Tottenham.
I don't think it's a surprise, but it's just still amazing that he still can pull these types of goals at the age that he is. This one was, the best word I can use is just beautiful, because like I won't say they were struggling, but they needed a goal, and Luka
Well,
Modric.
He showed up just at the right time.
Yeah.
A fantastic goal.
Listen,
Are you going to say you could score one of those, or you
I
have
would
scored
never.
one of
No,
those at
listen.
Lucerne?
This is a god level type of goal, right? I will tell you that I can post if I was to get married, yeah, on a Saturday and this match was going on. If they told me that this goal is going to come in, that I could postpone my wedding just to see this goal real life, I can tell you for free. Like, this is what you call class. You know, when they say, how do they say that stuff? They say form is temporal,
Yeah,
class is permanent, right? This is, no, for me, it's not, let's forget about the goal. It's the composure. It's the chesting. It's the ball dropping.
It's the control.
Right? It's the, like, he knows. And then the whipping, knowing where to send the ball to. Like, this is, you guys don't understand
His
how.
experience is just showing.
No, you guys,
amazing.
you guys need to see the reaction of people in the stadium, right? I nearly flew into the pitch from, the press area.
press
That we were.
box.
Like I saw it. I'm like, I can't believe this is much.
Yeah.
You are too old for this stuff, man. Like you need to chill. This is too much, man. This is what I love to see, and this is the reason why Arda Güler still is not starting in less important games like this. I was speaking this to my friends, and we were literally arguing in our WhatsApp group, right? And we were saying, this is part of the reason why Arda Güler is still this is the kind of game where he should be starting, right? But why is he not starting?
No, this was a very important game for them, considering that it's a very tight title
Exactly,
race.
so-
No,
and they
no, of
needed
course.
to win this game. They
No.
have Atletico and Barcelona breathing down their
No,
neck.
no,
So it's
definitely,
equally very
definitely.
important.
But when you know the capability of Arda Güler, right? How technical he is, knowing what he does for Turkey, right? This game he could have easily started it, and I would have expected Real Madrid to still win easily. I mean, Girona, we saw their performance from that game. They could, this was a clean sheet. They
It
could
was
even score.
a good win for Real Madrid, and
It
well,
was.
they are level on points with Barcelona. Sorry, I'm sure you're getting a little bit nervous with how it's shaping up at the top of the table. But sorry, you are in Barcelona. There is a Copa del Rey match on, as you mentioned. Barcelona are playing Atletico Madrid in Barcelona at the Montjuic. Is the feeling in the city, is it now fully switched to the Copa del Rey? Are they not too bothered about it? They're more worried about the Champions League? What's the feeling like in the city?
I feel like we have eyes everywhere at this point. At the press conference with Hansi Flick, he was speaking about the league, the Copa del Rey, and the upcoming match against Benfica in the Champions League. So it's a juggling game right now, I guess. But yes, the vibes are really high as Atleti are in town tomorrow night here in Barcelona. And I actually spoke to a few fans to ask them what they are expecting from the first half of the semifinal of the Copa del Rey. Let's take a look at that.
Hey guys, Sara from the Sporty Show here in the lovely Barcelona. Tomorrow Barcelona take on Atletico Madrid in the first leg of the Copa del Rey semi-final, and I'm going to be asking some fans here what they think is going to happen. Let's go. Barcelona are playing Atletico tomorrow in the Copa del Rey semi-final in the first leg. What do you think the result will be?
I'm quite excited for the game. I'd say there's going to be a very tight one. I presume Barca will win it 2-1.
I think it will be 3-1 for Barcelona.
I guess we will win. Okay. Yeah. I believe our team.
I'm hoping for a 4-1 Barcelona, but I'm not sure about it. I'm pretty sure Lamine Yamal will score a goal tomorrow, and also Rafinha. Not sure about the other goals.
I hope Pedri will score, Rafinha and Lewandowski.
First leg, pretty hard game, both in top form, but I think Barcelona will edge it. Hoping for 3-1 to take for the second leg. Gotta wait and see.
Well, that was a real Barcelona local there you spoke to, Sara. I think he sounds like he's been living in the city for many years. We are about out of time, unfortunately. I'm going to ask you, Sara, one more question, and we'll talk more about this tomorrow, obviously, but prediction for tomorrow? Early prediction? I'll ask you again tomorrow to see how it changes in the next 24 hours.
We know Lamine Yamal might not get the start after that stomp he received against Las Palmas, so I'm already considering that, but Barca are going to win. I'll go 3-1. I go 3-1. Dani Olmo's on fire right now, and they need to win this game because we know in Madrid, that's no joke. Riyadh Air Metropolitano, come on, that is a fortress. So Barcelona need the win tomorrow if they're going to try and get anything done in Madrid. 3-1, Barca.
Well, 3-1, there you have it. That is it. That's all we have time for, unfortunately. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, Shantelle. Thank you, Clinton. Thank you, Angel.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed your debut here on the Sporty Show. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. And, well, do stay tuned tomorrow, if you're in South Africa, on YouTube, to watch that game, Barcelona against Atletico Madrid, on our YouTube channel in South Africa. So be there, as we'll be doing a show before, halftime and after. But until then, we'll see you then, tomorrow, for more football.
Hey, Real Madrid to hit Real Sociedad. I can't wait. Boo!